Welcome, everybody. Today, we are going to be discussing a very important, maybe not so surprising topic, which is that there is a newfound rush, a newfound gold rush coming in here into crypto land. One that may seem familiar to those of you who were around here back at the beginning of the year, back during the first wave of meme coin mania, dog coin mania, Doge mania. Well, that set in motion one of the most important and historic changes in the industry, for better or for worse. And when it first happened, the very first time it happened, many hailed this as the downfall of cryptocurrency, the downfall of the bull market. We're going to talk all about exactly what happened. First of all, hello to everyone in the audience. Thank you guys for joining today. It is a beautiful day here. I'm out here in Hawaii and I'm live streaming to you because there's no days off in the bull run. So if you guys appreciate that, smash that like button. And of course, if you guys are new here, we all smash the like. It's a collective tradition that helps bring more audiences here into this type of content so that as these newbies rush into the industry, they can be educated, hopefully, with the good information that helps them master and stay ahead of the game and stay here in crypto for longer. Cryptos are just networks. The more people actually stay in this industry, the better. And it is my not even hunch at this point. The writing is on the wall that mainstream adoption is coming to crypto. It's coming in a variety of ways. And we're going to break down the entirety, every single side of this equation so that you guys understand where we are and where we're going. And you can be well informed as things get absolutely nuts over the next 90 days. We told you that things were going to get crazy towards the end of October. And not only were we right, but we might have underestimated the amount of insanity ahead. New highs November. That is what's happening. And you need to be prepared for just all of the insanity on the horizon. So if you guys are excited, smash that like button. And of course, I'm going to shout out a few guys. Ellio seems like a Maui guy. I'm actually not on Maui right now. Maui Wowie. Maybe a Maui Wowie guy, but not a Maui guy. Not today. A few people hyping. Yeah, hype AF. That's right. Soft one. That's right. You're following me in Becker's vids. Thanks, Bob. Thanks. I appreciate you. Who's Brandon? I don't know. Who is Brandon? Who is Brandon? Morning from Australia. Shout out to Australia, Alicia. See a lot of people shilling Dinger. I don't know what Dinger is. I'll have to look into it. Hope my mom had a super farm birthday. Yes, she did. It was super farm to table. It was great. Shout out to everybody. We got almost 3,000 people in the house. Smash that like button and let's get into the scheduled programming here. It's really, really nice that I get to connect with you guys. I've been doing a lot of lives because there is absolutely so much going on. There's no time to edit videos, not in a bull market. Today, we're going to be dropping a ton of information. It is going to be very, very important. This information, in my opinion, is critical to navigating the next phase because we've just seen the revitalization of something that, hey, look, we could have all predicted this at a certain level if we looked at the charts. We could have all known that this was going to happen. But here we are, immersing ourselves in meme coin mania round 2. And something feels quite different than the last time. I'm going to explain my entire thought process as to why and why my conviction around certain coins has grown even stronger. Coins that I have rarely, as you guys have noticed, I'm very, very selective about calling gems on the channel now. I very rarely do it for a few reasons. But 2 coins I've called in the recent time span, I'm sure you might have noticed, have been not only meme coins, but amazing meme coins. And so we're going to talk a little bit about those. The smartest kids in the room probably already know what I'm talking about. If you guys already know which coins I'm going to cover today, then go ahead, smash that like button because you guys are, you guys are the best. Okay. I think we got enough people in the house, 34, 25. Thank you guys for all joining. We got almost as many likes. We got 1.3K likes. Actually, that's pretty sad. There's about 50% of you guys who have not smashed the like. I think you guys will after you see this first segment. So let's first dive in here because this is what we're going to be talking about. We have a newfound, newly fueled meme coin mania, and it's being powered by stuff like this. A wallet bought roughly $8,000 worth of Shiba Inu last August. $8,000 in SHIB, and it's now worth $5.7 billion. $5.7 billion from $8,000. For those of you who need a calculator for this, I know I did. That's a 712,000x, 712,500x. Yes. Yes. A 712,500x. So my title said urgent, 10,000x returns. Guess what? I was undershooting it by about 72.5x, something like that. Crazy. Absolutely crazy. The reality is that this is the wildest, riskiest, most insane chapter that I've seen in cryptocurrency and altcoin history, and it is being fueled by memes. There is a deeper lesson in here somewhere, and we're going to dig into it to a certain degree. Because as I've told you guys, since Dogcoin Mania 1.0, and I'm not saying that you should put money in these things. I'm definitely not. Though, of course, the people with the 500 IQ and the negative 500 IQ are having a great time right now. A lot of the middle IQ people, maybe myself included, are very frustrated when we see coins like Shiba Inu and other coins with no quote unquote fundamentals pumping. But the reality is that these meme coins have become clearly not only important parts of the crypto ecosystem, sucking up tremendous amounts of liquidity and attention from the rest of the ecosystem, but they're actually developing into more than just memes. So it's important, and everything in crypto works this way, where at first things get extremely hated on. They get so hated on because they're new, they're different, and they're hard to understand. And being new, different, and hard to understand is an important characteristic of pretty much every cryptocurrency project that has done important things in the industry. It's also why I was bullish on NFTs and continue to be, because they're the newest, the hardest to understand, and the most different from everything that you've known as far as the digital store of value. So as we look at Shiba Inu, as we look at the entire meme coin space, which is what this video is about, not only this, we actually have a lot of other news, some huge news coming to blockchain gaming, which is why there is just a ton to cover, The reason why this is so big is that memes and meme coins have become critical parts of our world. And the ability, essentially what cryptocurrencies are, what Bitcoin is, what all these things are, they're effectively shared myths, shared stores of value that we choose to acknowledge as such. And so what do we like as humans online more than anything? We love memes. We love memes. That's what we love as people, as humans. And so is it such a surprise that meme coins have taken off to this level? No, it's not. It shouldn't be. It definitely shouldn't be. The reality is that there is going to be more of these types of stories, but the reality is also the case that the people buying into this are also buying into a hot potato, because the fundamentals surrounding meme coins are very seasonal, cyclical, and it is very much the type of thing that can easily hurt as much as it can help. So understand the rewards can be high with these, but the risks are incredibly high. I'm not telling anyone not to do these things. There is a ton of money to be made here, but you need to understand you're playing hot potato. You are playing hot potato. What I really love is that memes and these meme coins and these meme economies, they underscore the way that we interact as humans. And it makes me even more bullish. Just wait till I weave this thesis through this video, because it makes me even more bullish on the blockchain gaming revolution, on the NFT revolution that is looming just right around the corner, right over the next mountaintop. Because that is the big wave. It's what I've been preaching on this channel for 4 years now. And some news has just come in today that makes this even more exciting. So all of this is going to come together in just a second. So smash like button if you like where we're going so far, because we're about to go down the rabbit hole. We today just got news that Facebook has changed its name to Meta, and that it is going to refocus on virtual reality and the metaverse, right? Now, of course, the metaverse, if you guys remember, is like Ready Player One, that movie. If you guys have seen that, that's the easiest way to describe it. You go into a VR headset and you go from one digital experience to another. And many of these digital experiences are video games, competitive, casual, social. These are all the different types of virtual experiences that they are going through. Of course, people will just go and sort of look at beautiful sunsets and climb mountains and experience things virtually. But there will be an absolute ton of different gamified environments and games. In fact, until we get to full VR, which will be quite a ways away, where you're actually having sensory experiences, can move freely, there's a lot of physical and technological issues between here and there, right? There's no doubt. But what we've been saying is that we're not going to Mars, we're going into a computer, because the world around us is, obviously I'm here in Hawaii, it's quite beautiful here, but a lot of the world is getting less and less palatable. things are getting harder and harder. And VR is in many ways a place where the actual costs of enjoying things, of having things of beauty and excitement and luxury are reduced greatly, right? And there is no scarcity on them. So going into a computer will completely change the way that we are operating as a society. Now, in between here and there, we will see the explosion, the absolute titanic wave of blockchain-infused gaming. Now, if you guys can also remember, for those of you who have seen the Ready Player One film, which I highly recommend if you haven't, because this might as well be a history book written in the past. The reality is that the experiences and the possessions that people cared about in these virtual worlds were the game items and the items that were in these native to these digital worlds, especially the throwback ones, those OG ones that had historical significance. So if you can really wrap your head around that the games and the experiences and the NFTs here at the core, at the base level of this metaverse world that we're building, that Zuckerberg and Facebook and all these mainstream tech companies are going to elevate to the billions, well, what do you think is going to be in those worlds? Where do you think people are going to go? What do you think they're going to do? They're going to go into these experiences and these games. And that's why these particular projects, some that we're going to talk about right now, they're going to be some of the most important in the entire industry. And by extension, they're going to be some of the most important pillars of the future of the internet across the world. This is, by all means, the biggest battle for attention, for excitement, for assets, for investment, for every single aspect of our digital lives. It is bigger now, in my opinion, than it ever has been. And as you guys well know, to me, it's been the biggest thing ever. Guys, please, I'm not just going to grab whatever cash tag is in the comments, all right? If you guys just keep spamming cash tags, it's not going to mean anything. So you don't have to do that, okay? Okay, so let's dive in here and talk a little bit here. First of all, there's no need to go in here. Obviously, we know they're changing their whole company to Meta. If you guys can't understand how big that is, that Facebook's changing the name of their company. And they're not just launching a product. Remember, they didn't change the name of their company to Instagram. They didn't change the name of their company to WhatsApp. They didn't change any of their fundamental branding. But they're so passionate. They're so convinced about the metaverse that they're changing their entire focus to be a VR company. Now, on the road, just understand, between here and there, we will 100% king make, and the people who own the important assets within these digital worlds, these digital experiences like blockchain games, they will be the oil barons of the metaverse. And that is an understatement, if anything. So I've been trying to get you guys to understand this and understand things like CryptoPunks, like Bored Apes, like Neo Tokyo Citizens, like the Superfarm Genesis, like the games that are coming through Superfarm and those types of AAA titles, Axie Infinity, the Sandbox Land. These are the types of relics that will exist in the future. And the people that are the owners of those will be relegated to a status much like, an extreme, someone who owns an entire chunk of coastline, in the south of France or something like that. This type of, elite status that you simply won't be able to achieve in the future. It'll be way too hard, right? It'll be like city blocks in New York City, right? It's impossible to understand how important this stuff will be. Anyway, let's jump into some actionable information here. If you guys have enjoyed that, not only have we been helping you get there and understand this since 2018 on here on the channel, giving you years to get ahead of these trends, helping you understand the NFT wild mania and why it matters, connecting the dots here with Zuckerberg and his VR world, where digital possessions will start to supplant the value of physical possessions. We're now going to show you a couple of projects that fit in beautifully with this meme coin mania and the metaverse world ahead. The first one, of course, is UFO. Now, of course, UFO has been a pick here on this channel because I was able to, through my, I guess I'm always trying to expand my understanding of the industry and really just take a non-biased approach to what it means to crush it here in crypto. I just want to make the most amount of money for myself and my followers and hopefully help everyone make it along the way. And so that's why when I saw UFO, which started off as a meme coin, but then I met with the team and they were actually, and I wouldn't have met with the team if it wasn't for seeing the NFT wave and realizing that I'm literally trading memes and that I'm finding value in it. And I'm starting to get over my sort of bias against memes as an economy. And then I started to realize, you know what, meme coins, how can I be biased against meme coins if I'm actually literally trading memes themselves? And so UFO was one that came into my purview, and the team was building some cool metaverse stuff, more like GameFi. And even though it's not necessarily AAA gaming stuff, they're just pushing to get stuff playable, and that's really an interesting approach. And I saw the hustle out of them, so I was like, cool, I'll invest, and I started covering them. And now they're at about 15x where we started, where we first started talking about this. I told you guys on the dip again at about 200 here. Now they're at 1500. I'm just saying this last part because it's too many zeros here. But effectively, this is one that fits all of the different aspects here. It's a meme coin. It's a gaming metaverse project. And it fits into all of the current narratives here with interesting tokenomics and a totally fair launch. So that's why UFO has been on my list, and it continues to be on my list. And it wouldn't surprise me to see it have several X's here left in the tank. Again, understand this thing has just done a 15X. So if it dumps down, just understand there's a lot of people who have been making profits. And probably if we get to another 10X or so from here, I'll be taking heavy profits. So that's just full disclosure here. I own a heck of a lot of UFO, but I think it just continues to fit the bill just to a T, right? So I'm really happy that I was able to get the community here into this 15X ago. Now, the other one that is, and here's the beauty of this. A lot of these meme coins, a lot of these dog coins, let me show you here. Corgi, shout out to the Corgis. Who doesn't love a Corgi? We also have, what is this? Samo, I don't even know all these ones. Anyway, you can see it's all just a bunch of dog coins. All dog coins. And you can see they're up 1,000%, 900%, all of these within just a couple of days. This stuff, most of it will pump and dump. Floki's actually done really well. I know a bunch of people who really like Floki. I don't have a huge opinion again on Floki. I don't know if there's any fundamentals there or if it's just everyone's favorite new meme. But the reality is that some of these, if you dig into these, actually have some fundamentals to them. They're actually building something, right? There's something that's being built. And that's where I can start saying, okay, it's a meme, but maybe it's more than just a meme, right? Maybe there's something deeper there, right? So the reality is that UFO fits the bill here. It's a meme. Who doesn't like flying saucers? And then it's also got the gaming metaverse component. We know that meme coins are absolutely it. Look at this. Someone made $5 billion off of an $8,000 trade. And then we have Facebook adding in their metaverse, becoming a metaverse company. I'd say a project like UFO or any kind of fun sounding metaverse gaming project focused around the NFT sector is primed for liftoff. It is absolutely ridiculous how prime it is. So if we're going to go ahead and just go crazy on memes, why don't we go crazy on some good memes, some memes that have some fundamentals? And so I'm sure you guys know where I'm going next. We're going to talk about Spell. Spell is a total meme coin. It needs to put some respect on the name. It is absolutely a meme coin. It's got a magic wand and a wizard hat as its logo. Total meme. But it's also a phenomenal DeFi token, one that we got you into about, 15, 20x ago. I forgot the exact price where we got you in. But in my opinion, in this climate, in this economy, it could continue to grow, right? With SHIB here as a top 10 coin, to me, a coin like Spell should be getting way, way more attention because it's way more innovative. No offense to the SHIB fam, but Spell is actually innovative. Daniele is a genius. And I believe that what they're doing with their DeFi ecosystem and the MIM token is really smart. Again, it's up 25x or whatever since we started covering it. Monster gains. And so understand it could dump just as easily. But I'm saying, hey, look, if it's meme coin season, let's pile into the good stuff. Let's pile into the good memes and let's popularize the good memes because everyone loves a meme. So let's give them a good meme, right? Nothing better than a good meme. I hope you guys understand that. Smash like if you guys are following this logic. There's about 7,300 of you guys in the house. Only 3,000 likes, lonely likes. 34 dislikes. Sorry to you, 34 of you guys. I'll do better. But I really appreciate if you guys smash the like. It shows this content. It helps educate people. And now more than ever, we have an industry that is rapidly filling up with newbies, rapidly filling up with new entrants who need to understand where the risks are, where the opportunities are, how to play the game. And again, like I need to say now on each and every episode, because there are so many new people here, this stuff is wildly risky. We're at all-time highs. Things could and eventually will dump 80, 90%. And so if you guys are risking money that you can't afford to lose, you're going to make terrible emotional decisions when those dumps do happen. You're not going to be able to hold on to your stacks and wait for the rebound. We saw in May, the whole market collapsed. And then the people who are able to hold and dime in hand are now back and richer than ever, especially if they were able to then reinvest at the lows. And as we've said, as we've been chronicling over the last few days here on the channel, the real game here is you want to make 5, 10, 20, maybe 50 or 100x if you're super lucky. But really 5 to 20x, I think, is fair for the late stage of this bull run we're in, especially if you're just starting. And then what you want to do is wait for the collapse, wait for the crash, which there are always crashes. There are always massive crashes. Wait for the crash and then buy in big when things are bearish, because we know with Facebook introducing a full metaverse, the opportunity for blockchain-based, like virtual reality, blockchain gaming, NFT-based projects is going to go through the roof, as we now have one of the biggest tech platforms in the world that will be supporting it. So if you guys can see the writing in the wall, see the connecting of the dots here, then you will be in an amazing position to absolutely crush the next few months, but more importantly, the next few years of this industry, which will be life-changing for many people who are able to follow the path and stay unemotional, make a plan, stick to it. I believe that those people will crush it. They will crush it. Jumping back in here, I wanted to show you guys, BTC is going to be doing a bunch of scam price action. We're going from euphoria to fear and now optimism again. It's been ridiculous the amount of back and forth we've seen out of Bitcoin. So be prepared for more scam price action. It's going to be the way it goes over and over again. I want to, and then echoing these sentiments, we have Suzu saying that he hung out with Justin Suntron a couple of weeks ago, who mentioned that the meme coin pump in May was a bearish signal, but that the meme coin pump in October would be a bullish signal, and that few can tell the difference, and he tends to believe him. Of course, make your own opinions. The reality is that retail is coming. Retail loves memes. They like more fun coins. They want to invest in Doge and SHIB. They don't really care or understand the difference between Ethereum and Polkadot, but they want to have fun and they want to make money. And crypto seems like, for many, a trip to Vegas for a lot of people, and they want to feel adventurous. And so what's more fun than investing in a meme, right? So understand the power of memes on our collective psychology. Another very big sign here is we have Fred Ersham showing that Coinbase is now the #1 app in the App Store. Coinbase now topping TikTok and Instagram as the #1 most downloaded app in the App Store. And if that ain't a sign that retail is flooding in, then what is? Remember, the coins on Coinbase, those big L1s, like we said, and now the big meme coins like SHIB are going to start attracting a lot of attention, because guess what? They're readily available and easily accessible to the masses. Now, the biggest art that we need to establish over the next few days and weeks is how to spot the top. The people who can spot the top, are going to crush. The people who are able to sell near the top, those people are going to have way more money to play with in the bear market. So understanding and trusting and having a strategy on profit taking is quite possibly the most important thing we can talk about here on the channel, because most people, especially the newbies, will have no idea how to take profits. Again, this is my opinion. It's not financial advice. You guys have to make your own opinions. And when inevitably the crash comes, and I'm not telling you that a crash might come. I'm promising you that a crash will come. And of course, if I can refer back to May, I got pitchforked by all the noobs who didn't know about this stuff. No matter how many warnings I gave, no matter how many times I told to take profits, the noobs came in screaming and crying. And I just don't want you to be one of those statistics, right? So no matter how many warnings I give, and I give them on every video, there will be so many who don't take these warnings, who don't listen, and they will be crushed. 80, 90% drawdowns. They will be left worse off than when they came into this industry, instead of much, much richer and much, much happier. That's not what we want. So let's talk about spotting the macro top, and we'll talk about taking profits a little bit later. I'm sorry, people are just spamming. Let me go ahead and put a little end to the spam right here. I'm going to go ahead and hide a few people. Okay. 1 second. Almost done. If you guys are spamming, you're going to get the ban hammer. Just know that. All right. we have almost 8,000 people in the house, almost 4,000 likes. Obviously, there's 4,000 of you who all you have to do to support the channel, free content, helping you get 25, 15Xs, 150Xs in NFTs, all for free. All you have to do is like the video. That's all we ask here on the EllioTrades channel. Appreciate it. If you guys have been liking that Crown TA as well, who's been crushing it day after day, smash like for Crown, of course. He's hooking you up with all kinds of opportunities in the space. So Will Clemente here is a good buddy of mine here. He's on Twitter. He's one of the most respected on-chain metrics analysts, and he's a very, very smart individual. Now, he's only like 19 or something. It's crazy how smart this kid is. But he's been tracking ways and different types of metrics that you can use to spot the top. So let's go through a few of these, right? So he's been going through these. And first of all, he was saying over the summer, we were tracking the reaccumulation phase as supply flowed to strong hands, made possibly a slew of new supply related metrics. One of the early red flags he'll be looking at for a sharp decline in illiquid supply shock ratio, in highly liquid supply shock ratio, and highly liquid supply shock ratio. So he's got these two different metrics he's tracking to help find the essential tops, right? He wants to find the tops of the market. Next, he's got a new metric called the LTH supply shock ratio, which is this green line. And as you can see, as it oscillates upwards, you can see that we get supply shock. And then as it starts to plateau and come back down, we get different kinds of price collapses, right? The real thing here is that you want to sort of go through each one of these. First of all, go to Will Clemente III's Twitter. He's crushing it. Finally, he's drawing trend lines on the LTH supply shock ratio. So he's trying to plot this and then find trends on it so that he can understand where a top is. And what he's saying is, as we get towards that upper trend line, we should start getting cautious. Now, finally, he says we have a metric, or not finally, but next we have a metric by someone named Dylan Leclerc that looks like a cost basis realized price of both LTH and STHs by taking the ratio of the two. And he says you get a clear accumulation and de-risking zone. So by taking a ratio between these two, you get this purple line, which you can see as it gets up to the peak here, has been pretty good at finding bubbly tops. As you can see, it peaks here. And once you get above this, this sort of purple line top rating, you can see that, hey, look, this is really overheated and this is a top. What he says here is that we are currently far from overheated. Nice to know. Finally, we got the MVRV, the ratio of market value to realized value, going a step further to Z-score. You don't have to understand all this. Just look at the pretty orange line here. And you can see that when it gets really high, we might be at a top. He says currently we are, quote, lukewarm. And then finally, we have the ratio of liveliness, coins day traded / destroyed, and realized price. This blue line is what we're looking at. And he says we are warming up. So the point is here that there's all these tools, learning to sort of keep an eye on chain metrics and understand when the rug might really get pulled out from under us, and making sure that you take a nice amount of profits before that happens. That is going to be your path to happiness and eternal glory here in crypto land. If you don't use some on-chain metrics analysis, which is partly what we've been using to sort of help you see through the FUD and the misinformation and the misdirection throughout the middle part of this year, where it felt like the entire world tried to pull the rug out from under crypto. Well, this stuff helps you see through the BS. This is what you want. And again, we have Spell. If we thought Spell was more bullish, check it out. Now, Spell's MIM token is listed on its first centralized exchange, which is Bitfinex. This is great. Spell itself got listed on FTX recently. And now there's all these rewards as well for MIM on Joe. You know, Joe is one of our favorite projects over there on old Avalanche. And then finally, we have Parallel Finance coming in as a new crowd loan opportunity on Polkadot. Lots and lots to unpack. But the main story of the day, before we hop into a few comments here, is Corgi going up 1,000% this week. Shout out to the Corgi fam. Again, I don't hold any of these coins. The only real meme coins I have any big allocation in are UFO and Spell, because I can see the logic there. Again, don't think too much about the logic here, as this is pretty much gambling, and some of these meme coins will make you a billionaire by putting in a few $1,000. Probably not going to happen for most people, but in reality, we did see over the last sort of year or so, a 712,000x from Shiba Inu holders. Absolutely mind-bending. Going to go ahead and hop into some comments here, answer your most pressing concerns. 8,133 people in the house. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys are getting value out of this. The point of this particular show is to help you guys look around corners, because anyone can tell you about Bitcoin at this point. The literacy is out there about Bitcoin. Anyone can tell you about Ethereum. What very few people have a strong history of doing is identifying things like UFO, Spell, gaming Metaverse early, NFTs early, being able to be literate on DeFi early and help you guys score 5, 10, 20, 100 X's over and over again. Because the reality is Bitcoin hasn't given 100X for a very long time. That's just not how Bitcoin works. That's not how Ethereum works. The reality is that you have to be looking around corners and being, using a strong toolkit to identify the new and best coins in the market. And that's my goal, to bring to my audience the best coins. It comes with a much higher risk. So I risk getting pitchforked by all you guys by making the wrong call. Of course, I work hard to make sure I don't. But the reality is that that's what I live for. So if you guys enjoy that, make sure you subscribe, because we're going to be putting out daily content multiple times a day. Crown's going to be crushing it with the TA. If you guys are excited, we have an entire 0 to 100 intro to trading that can get you up, learning to be a true professional trader in the market. There has never been a course this complete, this succinct, this important anywhere on the interwebs. I'm very confident of that. So we can help you guys, whether you want to just invest sort of on fundamentals like I do, or whether you want to be actively trading the market. We're going to help you be able to do both of those things. So shout out to you guys. What is it? What was this? I have the eComey logo in my thumbnail, but I didn't talk about it. That's really sad. How could I do that? How could I do that? eComey partnered with Vivi or Disney for collectibles earlier today. That's actually pretty cool. Let's bring them up. eComey. I do like eComey, and they are supposed to integrate soon with Immutable X. We'll see how that goes. They've done a great job with licensing, and here they are with Disney. They've got Marvel, so it wasn't that big of a surprise to see them get Disney, but it's an interesting project. Shout out to the OMI holders. I'm not a big OMI holder. I'm a big believer sort of in more native blockchain IP, but look, hey, there's going to be a lot of licensing going on here. Anyway, UFO and Spell, both very, very interesting projects. If I'm going to pick memes, I'm going to go with these memes, my favorite memes that actually have some interesting things going on. And if you guys see some memes that you think have some super good fundamentals, aren't just a dog photo with a color change on it, then I want to hear about it. Tweet at me. Also, we're going to be warming up now that the market is prime for this, and launching some amazing gaming projects. So if you have a gaming project and you want to be incubated here by EllioTrades, you want to be helped with launch strategy, with actually bringing, thankfully, I've helped create some of the most diamond-handed and most committed communities. And there is an art to this. It is not just about putting out a white paper. It's not just about putting out some marketing. To get people to really invest and care, and to get those investors that are actually the most high valued, high target, diamond handed. This is not something that is available for most projects. In fact, I say no to 99% of projects that ask, but I'm looking for that 1% of projects to help them mature. So if you guys are out there, I know I'm a hard person to get a hold of, but I'm looking to get a hold of you. So make sure to try and reach out and get a hold of me if that sounds like you. And I'll try to find some time to talk to you guys over the next few weeks, because the market is firing up and the opportunity for really good projects is out there. It is out there. It is out there. So I'm going to be opening myself a little more to these new projects that I normally wouldn't talk to, but it's just a great time of year. Like I said, the NFT wave made 100Xs against Ethereum of all things, as Ethereum was 2-3Xing throughout this bearish trend. And now we're getting altcoin mania, just as promised, as delivered here. And it's a beautiful thing. So we're going to keep helping you get ahead of this. And if you guys like that, if you find that to be of value, please subscribe. It's free. It's good for your health. Smash the like button. When Moonie, I'm not sure if you mean this like I mean this, but Moonie Soonie, Moonie very Soonie, Moonie very, very Soonie. I think this is it. We're just seeing a lot of sort of repetitive comments about different meme coins. As always, I want to thank you guys so much for watching. 33 minutes here. If you guys have any final questions, fire them in the chat and I'll try to get to some. We actually have a fair amount of super chats. I keep talking about crypto gaming. Yes, I do. Favorite between Fantom and AVAX ecosystem projects. Ooh, I do like the AVAX ecosystem projects. Joe, I do like I said, Time. I gave you guys Spell. I also really like the Fantom ecosystem projects. I mean, Fantom is just absolutely amazing as well. There's a few different dexes there on Fantom I like. I will do a sort of full Fantom ecosystem breakdown, just going through the super chats. Shout out to Mark Thompson for tipping and not even asking a question. We have a shill here I'm not going to read. I don't read shills just because you super chat. Sorry, guys. Okay, I see a shill for a gaming project. I'll look into it. And then, yep, another one. Great. Okay, I think I got through all the super chats. Let me see if there's any final questions here. Cool. All right, guys. I just want to say thanks again. It's been an absolutely amazing episode. I'm going to go relax in the sun. But as always, I'm here to keep you guys up to date and give you the information you need to absolutely crush this market. So if that's a value to you, if you got some value out of this, please smash that like button. Remember, as always, I'm here every day, multiple times a day, giving you the tools to crush this market. So make sure you subscribe with that bell notification on. If you do not have the bell on in this Q4, the year after the bull run, you will absolutely miss the most important opportunities. Things are time sensitive. They are urgent. They cannot wait. And if you wait days or weeks to see the video, you're going to be really behind. It's not just 1,000, not just 10,000, but now the views on these videos are getting to the hundreds of thousands. So make sure that you have that bell on so you're in front of the 100,000 people, not behind them. Really, really important. With that said, I'm EllioTrades. You can find me on Twitter. I think we're about to hit 400,000 on Twitter. It might happen in just a second. In fact, there's enough people here that if you all who don't follow me could go follow me on Twitter right now. Here, let me go ahead and bring it up. We're at 399.6. So if those of you who aren't following me, by the way, great content here on Twitter, if I do say so myself, please go ahead and follow me here and we could hit 400 while we're still on this broadcast. That would actually be really cool if you did that. But if you didn't, it's okay too. I thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you very soon on the next episode. Goodbye.